So because of the fires, the Lakers, they played their first game in 6 days. They were in action last night against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. And Ramona, it is always a show when Victor comes to town. But LeBron James, he had to show the young, and he still got it.
Hey there. Hey there.
He said, you know what, I remember, I saw this before. and LeBron studies the game like no one I have ever met.
That's a message.
And it sends a little message early on there. But Wemby sending a message of himself. Over the last 2 months, he's shooting 39% on three-pointers.
Ridiculous. And when he does that, Anthony Davis has to come away from the rim, which opens up everything else for the guys on his team.
Still, though, LeBron able to operate inside. That's over a guy who's 7'5" with shoes on and able to get the basket there. Really, it was in the second half here. This is where things started to get a little bit shaky for Los Angeles. Victor pokes it away there and then decides he's going to put a little windmill on him.
Can we get him in the dunk contest? Because that would be epic.
I mean, at that point, the rim, he makes it look like this is what you do to a toy Nerf.
It's like a layup line.
And by the way, Victor has a little side-by-side for you, LeBron.
Yep.
He raises you, seeing your little move earlier in the game. Going ahead to the fourth quarter here, this is when the Spurs really started to pull away. By the way, this is why they brought in Chris Paul.
Yes.
He was instrumental in organizing their offense late in this game.
Well, the Lakers had no offense late in this game.
Yep.
They missed
and lots
about
of turnovers.
lot of turnovers, missed about every shot, and the Spurs capitalized on it. I think that's a good sign for a young team, is when your opponent can't find the rim, you put the clamps down.
And Wemby finishes with 23 points in this one. The Spurs 126-102 with the win. Our senior writer Brian Windhorst is with us. Brian, the Lakers, they lost this game, as Ramona and I were just chatting about, in the second half. But is this a one-game symptom, or is this a larger issue here?
No, it's not. It's unfortunately their defense. Their defense has struggled throughout the entire season. It's personnel based. It's also based on, some of their strategies. In this game, Austin Reeves was attacked defensively.
Yep.
And we saw this last week in the last game the Lakers played against the Mavericks. The Spurs carried over the same game plan. They used Wembanyama to stretch Anthony Davis away from the basket, attacked on the interior with Austin Reeves. And this is something the Lakers are going to have to deal with. I know they made this trade for Dorian Finney-Smith. They've actually gotten worse defensively in these last 6 games, and Dorian Finney-Smith has been there. They've been bottom 3. He's not playing that much. I don't think it's a commentary on him. But the Lakers, if they can't defend, they just struggle. Their standard that they have to play offensively is extraordinarily high. And look, they are doing pretty well with their record, considering their defensive shortcomings. And this was obviously a game that they could have won, that they let get away in the second half. But I think the Lakers, fair or not, are kind of achieving at their level.
Well, they have to incorporate Dorian Finney-Smith, right? That takes some time. And part of the reason they did that trade is with D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, that's a porous defensive backcourt. Their point of attack defense it struggles there. And I think the point of attack defense just wasn't great last night. San Antonio had 66 points in the paint because Anthony Davis gets pulled away from the rim when Victor Wembanyama is out on the perimeter. And that's something they just have to figure that out. But Finney-Smith will help eventually. It takes some time to find that. I was bummed that I went down to the Clipper game against the Heat.
Yep.
And I know this game was going here across the street, and it's when you watch these two play, LeBron and Wemby, I'm watching every single interaction that they have.